Chris Brown has apparently done it once more, attacking Usher and Welby, two of his longtime friends and admirers. Since Rihanna is familiar with the man and what he's capable of, she must have definitely seen this coming. And damn, aren't we in for some juicy gossip today? Stick with us till the end of this video as we break down all the details on the horrific yet not so surprising controversy regarding Chris Brown. The alleged incident took place at Chris Brown's 34th birthday party, which was attended by a number of celebrities and took place at Skate Rock City in Las Vegas on Friday. Funny enough, Usher was the one who organised the surprise party and even served as the event's host, while he and other celebrities at the party spoke to Chris earlier in the night when everything was fine. Unfortunately, things turned ugly in the early hours of the morning when witnesses told TMZ that Chris was trying to talk to Teyana Taylor, who was also present and sitting on a bench outside of the ring, but she was ignoring him for whatever reason. It seems like Teyana's disregard for him enraged him, and apparently that's when Usher intervened and tried to calm him down. However, Chris wasn't having it and he wasn't ready to calm down and was out there cussing his lungs out. Usher was pretty disturbed that Chris would leave the party in a bad mood when it was supposed to be his special day. It's still a mystery whether Usher went to the hospital or if a police report was filed, but since that night neither of the three men, Teyana, Chris and Usher, have commented on the incident, and they have all been radio silent this morning. Usher went behind a string of charter buses that were parked in the lot where Chris and his crew were at, and according to sources, Usher emerged a short while later with what appeared to be a bloody nose. This is all shocking news because Chris Brown and Usher are rumoured to be close friends. Just last year, Usher invited Chris to perform at his show in Las Vegas. A video clip that went viral online captured the touching moment when he gave Brown his flowers and said, "You are great, you are a legend, we love you. We get to continue to keep lifting you up, bro." The two singers also shared an embrace at a time during an interview with Big Boy TV where they discussed their friendship. "Me and Chris would kill the world if we ever did something together like that," Usher said. "I'm not saying it's verses, but if that ever happens, it would be one of the biggest things that anyone has ever experienced in the entertainment industry." Confusing considering this recent bit of drama, isn't it? It's become common knowledge that the R&B singer has a long history of extreme violence towards women, and now it seems towards men too. In reality, Chris is just a violent man in general. Over the past 10 years, Chris Brown has averaged more than one abusive incident with women and men per year. One of his most well-known assaults was on Usher. Regardless of how close they were, it seems Chris forgot that and rammed his fist or whatever into Usher's nose. When Chris Brown and Rihanna were still dating, they got into a fight that turned physical, with Brown allegedly punching Rihanna and threatening to kill her. Chris Brown was then charged with felony assault and making criminal threats, after Rihanna suffered apparent face injuries and was taken to hospital. Chris Brown pleaded guilty to a felony charge in exchange for community service, 5 years of probation and domestic violence counselling. Chris Brown tweeted his accomplishments following the year-long domestic violence course. "I have enough self-respect and decency to be proud of completing this DV. Class boys run from their mistakes, then learn from them." However, when Chris Brown was questioned about the incident with Rihanna, the singer allegedly lost it in his dressing room during a commercial break and threw a chair at a window overhead. It's revealed that he had not actually learnt anything from that incident. He then confronted several members of the show's production team before leaving the building shirtless. His antics didn't end there, as 8 people were hurt in a fight that involved Chris Brown, Drake, NBA star Tony Parker, and various members of the trio entourage in a New York City nightclub 7 years later. In the 2019 music video for Brown's song No Guidance featuring Drake, Brown and Drake parodied the fight as a dance battle. Another incident involved Chris Brown and his entourage tussling with singer-songwriter Fela Ocean and his group outside a West Hollywood recording studio, reportedly over a parking space. According to a report obtained by TMZ, Chris Brown allegedly punched Ocean and threatened to shoot him, but Ocean chose not to press charges. A few months later, Chris Brown was arrested for felony assault in Washington, D.C. Chris Brown was diagnosed with a bipolar disorder and post-traumatic stress disorder by doctors while in a rehab facility, and the public believed he's passed when Chris was flown back to California to testify in court and was told to keep at least 100 yards away from the man he was accused of assaulting in DC. A judge ordered Brown to spend an additional 2 months in a treatment facility in Malibu, California, due to behaviour that resulted from his attempts to self-medicate his problems. Despite the fact that after his diagnosis, doctors noticed he was improving greatly and becoming less impulsive, a guy claimed Brown hid following an altercation over a basketball game at the Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas, but the man chose not to press charges. Brown was briefly mentioned in the case. Chris Brown denied being involved in the incident, with his publicist Nicola Perner telling CNN in a statement that Chris is currently in Las Vegas because he's performing. It drives on Tuesday and getting a key to the Strip on the same day. She also claimed Chris had a suite at the hotel with a basketball court and he invited friends to come play. That didn't stop Chris Brown, and soon enough he was being investigated by police in Las Vegas after a woman claimed he beat her and stole her cell phone during a party at the Palms Casino Resort. The Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department stated in a press release that the victim was alleged to have been battered by Brown, who at the time of the alleged assault was wearing a hooded sweatshirt. Chris even went so far as to physically harm Michael Jizwazka, his manager. However, the case was settled out of court in 2019 after several years of litigation. Brown's assault and violent behaviours continue, and it seems like he just acts according to his impulses. It's unfortunate that he assaulted Usher while being aware of how much Usher likes Simons. Brown had hired Mike G as a manager to help him repair his reputation after Brown assaulted Rihanna. The manager claimed the singer had viciously attacked him. A certain fan took to Twitter to reveal that Chris Brown had been aggressive in every kind of interaction with women in his life, including girlfriends, his own mother, friends, and complete strangers. When people bring up the Rihanna fight, you all say that it happened so long ago and Chris Brown was a child, but the truth is that he's had many instances of violent behaviour over the years, so if this Usher situation is true, it wouldn't surprise us.